I'd like to thank you all for coming. It's greatly appreciated. And you can tell I've got a really good team. They've been working very hard on this case since last week. Just to bring you all up to a little bit of speed here, investigators with the Hawk County Sheriff's Office have been gathering evidence and information in connection with last week's discovery of a body in Flowery Branch. And now we're ready to release sketches of the victim as well as a person of interest and also other information with regard to how the case is going. The victim's body was found on Monday, June the 20th, 2022, in a wooded area off Paradise Point Road, just like Ms. Williams just told you. Further forensic testing is underway as we speak to determine cause of death and other identifying information. The victim sketch, I think, should be up on your screen at this time. We had contacted the Georgia Bureau of Investigation for assistance in this case. They did a forensic sketch for us, and they created a drawing of what the victim may have looked like. Based on the drawing and also some preliminary information we got from the autopsy, we have what we believe is a pretty accurate drawing of the victim. It's believed to be a woman, possibly of mixed race, in her late 20s, mid 30s, probably around 5'3", 5'4" in height. The fingernail pictures, which I want y'all to take a good look at, if that's up there. I'm going to defer to B.J. Williams' expertise on this one, but it looks to be some kind of manicured type nail, and hopefully if someone sees that, they can possibly identify where that work might have been done. I don't know if you can tell me more information on the nails, but from your perspective.
We can discuss that.
Okay. And then the person of interest sketch, this is a key one. The GBI forensic artist that did the victim sketch for us also did this sketch. The person of interest is a white male, possibly late 20s to late 30s, between 5'8", 5'11", with a stocky type build. And you will also see a video of him moving, which I want y'all to take a look at also to help us out. The person of the video, on the video walking, that's the scene where the body was recovered. Just so y'all know, kind of give you some perspective to that. Is that up on the screen?
It is.
Okay, good. I'll let y'all watch that if you see that for just a second. Let me know when that's over. Okay, good. There's also a side-by-side picture that we wanted to put up with the victim and the suspect, and this is because the relationship is unknown at this time as to what their relationship is with each other. We don't know if they knew each other, didn't know each other, stranger on stranger, and hopefully someone seeing them together will be able to give us more information on that as well. The last picture is going to be a car picture. It's a late model gray in color SUV. The hope is that someone who recognizes this vehicle and subject will contact us with further information. I don't want to influence any information we get in the future by giving you conjecture on what a specific vehicle make and model is at this time. We're working to develop that as we speak. And then we're going to follow up with the last slide of a side-by-side sketch and some contact information for you for our tip line. And it will be anonymous. If you want to give us any information, we can keep it anonymous. It doesn't have to be, but we'd appreciate any help y'all can give us.
Does anybody have any questions for
Sure.
Lieutenant Scalia?
Yeah, hi, Lieutenant. You still don't know the cause of the victim's death, but
Yeah.
Was there any apparent trauma, physical trauma on her body that you can share with us?
We're going to hold off until we get the official autopsy report. We have gotten some preliminary information, but we're going to hold off until we get really specific information before we release that.
Follow-up question. Can you give us any additional information regarding the circumstances of the discovery of this woman's body, what it looked like, who found the woman's body?
Yes, it was discovered by a member of the general public and reported to law enforcement, then we responded.
Was she wearing clothing, not wearing clothing? And then was she in any...
Yeah, again, that's really specific information. I got to stay away from at this point just to protect the integrity of the case, but yeah.
But it's obviously it's a suspected homicide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It hasn't caused that, but it's technically a murder investigation.
Yeah, at this point, yes, it is.
Okay.
What drew your investigators to the nails, to the specifics of the nails?
To the nails, just because they were unusual to me, at least, and to us, and hopefully unusual. I mean, I'm not saying they're unusual, strange, but unusual enough to not be common, to where someone that may have done the work for them, may have put them on, may have assisted her. One of her friends may recognize them. Yeah, I saw this person with similar anything like that we can use to identify this person. That's what the significance of the nails is.
What was the timestamp on that porch video?
I'm sorry,
The timestamp?
Oh,
on
the
porch
timestamp.
Video of the suspect, person of interest?
I can tell you it was in the morning, but I don't want to get more specific than that.
It was in the morning of this day?
Yeah, when she was found.
Is there any estimate of how long she might have been out there?
No, we don't, not yet. That's one of the things we hope to determine from the autopsy.
Who provided were you able to cull the composite of the person of interest simply from that porch camera video, or did you have other witness information?
Where the sketch came from?
Yeah, him.
The sketch artist will look at whatever evidence we can give her and we can come up with, and looking at the body itself, and then make a determination based on her training and experience to do that, to complete the sketch. So it's going to be close.
The person of interest, was that composite drawn from just that porch cam video, or was there what additional?
I mean, I can speak to that, and again, I'm not trying to be evasive, but I've got to be really careful at this stage of the investigation with who I identify, so I can't really give you a lot of specifics on any witnesses that gave us information of what they saw, any evidence that we picked up yet, and that's because the investigation is at a really critical phase right now, and I don't want to taint anything further that we may get. I've got to be real careful not to identify witnesses at this point.
Okay, and just to confirm that person of interest was the person walking down the street in that porch cam?
It's the same person that is walking by the car, yes.
Okay.
Do you need to see that video again? Would that help?
Sure, maybe, because if I'm going to zoom into the guy.
Well, you'll have it in your email.
Oh,
You'll
okay.
get it, but
Yeah.
that's. One thing we might want to point out too, I think it will, well, it's working pretty well right now. Let's see how it kind of skips. I don't think it's going to do that
It will
on
not do
your,
that in the email.
on your email.
Okay.
Is this a wooded area of this road, or is it like, how populated is this area?
It's a pretty densely wooded area. I was out there pretty much that entire day, so yes, it's a densely wooded area.
And at this point, you can't give a cross street or anything like that, a more specific location?
Not right now, no, just Paradise Point Road, yeah.
Anybody have anything else? Okay. All right, again, we really appreciate you all being here today. As soon as we have something else, we will certainly let you know.
Okay.
But thank you very much.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
Can we get her picture back up by itself again? Can we get a good clear shot? Thank you.
Last time, it was a long time ago, but I've done a lot of